What's up, y'all? It's Aaron here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 ways to use Instagram Reels for your clothing brand so that you can grow organically and increase sales. Make sure that you stick around until the end. I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite clothing brands killing it on Instagram Reels where you can borrow or steal some of their inspiration. All right, so first off, let's pull up an Instagram Reel right here for those of you who may not know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now that we've watched a reel, here are 5 quick tips, or 4 plus a bonus tips to use when you're about to make your first or 100th Instagram reel. All right, so number 1 is the 3-second rule. You have 3 seconds to catch people's attention, but really I think it's about 0 seconds. There's actually a lot of people out there who believe that it's 0 seconds because the thumbnail, if it is not good, people will continue to scroll. So the thumbnail that you choose is absolutely critical. But for this video, we're gonna stay 3 seconds. So you have 3 seconds as soon as the music starts or as soon as the people get into the video to catch their attention before they swipe on to somebody else. Make an impact in the beginning of the video. If you don't hook them, they're not gonna keep watching. They're gonna just keep on scrolling. All right, you guys, before we get into number 2, I just wanna say howdy.
Howdy.
That's Texas slang for hello. My name's Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bitbranding, and we've been helping frustrated store owners, just like you, become impactful store owners through tutorials, tactics, and strategies. And if you found value in this video so far, or at any point during the video, just make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It's what really helps us grow the channel and create more content like this for you. All right, number 2. I always think that's like Mambo number 5, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
anyway, so number 2 is natural bright lights. This is key. So we do have lights here, right here in the front, right here above us. There's some lights over here on the sides. All of these lights are key to making a successful video.
Are you done?
Yes.
You sure you're done?
Done.
Positive?
Positive.
Positive?
Yes.
All right, moving on. Think about the last time you watched a reel and it didn't have good lighting. You may not have noticed, but if you didn't notice, it's because you just kept scrolling, right? Most of them that you watch do have great lighting and they do a very good job. We're gonna talk about the rest of those here in this video, but they did have good lights. As a side note, if you can't get natural light, like I mentioned, buy an LED light off of Amazon for like 50 bucks. We are using some LED lights, as I mentioned earlier. It's gonna be your second best option, especially if you live like in the, Washington area or something like that, or the UK where it's super cloudy all the time. LED, 50 bucks. All right, so number 3 is to jump on song and sound trends. Reels add fun to Instagram. I think so. It's that world. It's what brings everything together. It's more, I think, fun, right? That's the best way to put it. If there's something that's trending, you have a much better chance of reaching more people because the pool is a lot bigger. It's really just basic math. More people equals more chances of reaching a larger audience. So jump on trends and songs and sounds and anything that is going on right now to reach more people. All right, so a few ways that these are going to help you to figure out what's trending is that you can go to the search tab on Instagram and look there. But honestly, I think the best place to look is to go to TikTok. Most of the people who are creating good Instagram Reels get inspiration from something like TikTok. That's what they do really well. And you will see a good portion of people take their TikToks and just upload them directly as Reels. I'm gonna tell you later why you shouldn't do that. But go there, watch those types of videos, see what's on the trending tab on TikTok, and you're gonna see what's pretty popular right now that you could use to create Instagram Reels as well. But once you get the hang of it, your time will be cut in half. It's not gonna take you that much time once you get into the flow of things. Especially if you can find a few accounts who are always on the trends and you can keep up with them. Just follow those accounts and mimic, steal, borrow, whatever you wanna call it, and jump on those trends versus trying to go out into the ocean and search every single time. But wait, there's more. There's more. All right, y'all. So make sure that you stick around until the end. This is where I'm going to be sharing with you accounts that are already doing well with Reels, specifically in the clothing and apparel brand industry that you can take off. And I'm going to point out to you what makes them work so that you can essentially copy and paste or repeat for you and your business.
You say braziness.
Yeah, you can just roll with it. You can. All right, so number 4 is my biggest headache, and the one thing that if I go watch your reels, I'm gonna be really upset if you do this. So please don't do this. If you do anything else correctly, well, if you do everything else correctly, but you miss this one, it's gonna make a lot of people mad, right? So one is just too much text, but number 4 is actually using text within the border. So like, there is an Instagram Reels like line, right? There is dimensions. Maybe we can throw in the dimensions in the video. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but there are borders. And if you put text where it gets cut off, it's just gonna make people mad. So the last thing you wanna do is try to convey a message and the text gets cut off. As I just mentioned, the easiest way to make sure you don't run into this issue is to create and edit the reel on Instagram. And I wanna pause here for a second and tell you that that is a key point for being successful on Instagram. So how they do it, I don't know, but Instagram knows if you take it away from TikTok. So don't make it on TikTok and then bring it over to Instagram Reels. You should create and develop and build everything that you're gonna build for a reel inside of Instagram. I know it takes a little bit more time, but it will help you reach more people. All right, so the text continues the stories and allows you to follow along and engage longer. Don't skip this step if you wanna make this a hit or reach more people. I've seen amazing reels where if they would have just added a couple of words or even a little bit of text, it would have brought people into it. A lot of times people are not watching with sound, so if you can pull them with text and good fast movement, as we mentioned earlier, the 3 seconds you have, they'll turn on sound. They'll watch it. They want to know what the sound is, so then they stick around and watch longer, getting you more views. All right, so if you like organic and you want to drive or dive, whatever you want to do, drive or dive into Facebook ads, then you have to check out one of our favorite videos on Facebook ad strategies. You guys have liked it, maybe you've seen it already. If not, and you want to jump into Facebook ads, make sure to click this video right here and go check it out. It's going to be super impactful for your clothing brand. All right, so number 5 is to add emotion. I guess that's something I'm working on too, right? You can't just yell at the camera. There is emotion that goes on, whether you're angry or whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're enthusiastic. I don't know. But we've talked about this before. If you're not excited about the video, then no one else is going to be either. It's just as simple as that. If it's a boring video to you, then why would anybody else ask it? Or why would anybody ask it? If it's a boring video to you, then why would anybody else watch it either? Don't skip this step. It is very simple, but it matters. Hey, okay, so hold up 1 second. Are you a clothing boutique or apparel brand who wants to grow? I'm just assuming this since you stuck around, so hear me out. We created a free masterclass training that will walk you through the 5 pillars that need to be in place for your online clothing store to consistently scale profitably. No matter what's going on in the world or whatever else is happening, you need to be able to do those 2 things. This training goes over exactly how to do that, so make sure you check out the description below. Okay, so the moment that you've been waiting for, hey, thank you for sticking around. I know this was a lot to get to this point, but I hope there was a ton of value. I know this is where you are gonna get a lot of value, and this is for me, this is where I get the most value, when somebody shows me what to do. So let's jump over to the phone. I'm gonna share with you 3 accounts, and what I like about them, what they're doing well, and how you can copy them. All right, so number 1 that we have here is Shop Lexi's. So Shop Lexi's, she's done really well on TikTok and has moved them over to Instagram. What she's gotten really good at are these clothing hacks. So let's just jump over to the reels that she has here. And let me see here. So this one has 11,000. Check that out one. It's most recent. Let's look at one with a few more views and kind of see what the breakdown is. So, all right. So this one right here has 579,000 views. Not too bad. I'm just kidding. That's a lot. Okay, so what worked about this video? It's short, it's quick, it's informative, and it's like something that you can do right away. So that's what, for her brand, it's like, okay, these hacks, are they things that are super complicated that you're gonna go try and then you're like, it just takes too much time? in this video, which was probably 15-20 seconds long, she showed us exactly what to do. I'm pretty confident if I had actually I do have some ties on my shorts, I could do the exact same thing she's talking about. It's a simple hack, it's a simple tip, and it's something that's relatable, right? So I can't necessarily see how many shares that she got, but pretty sure it was shared a lot, especially to get 579,000 views. So think about that. So maybe something you could be doing is some fashion hacks. Make sure that it's easy, it's actionable, and then make sure that thumbnail creates curiosity. I think the main thing for hers is that in the first 3 seconds, she gets right into it and tells us exactly how we can benefit from watching her video. All right, so number 2 is a pretty large brand. The reason I want to use them is because they do Reels really well. They do have a lot of followers, but they do have some Reels that I think are some standouts, especially for the clothing and apparel brands that, I mean, they could do really well. Especially for those of you who are wondering, okay, how can I reach that many people too? So for Lexi, she has maybe 15,000. This page right here, the Pink Lily, has 1.5 million. And some of Lexi's videos have just as many views as this one does here. But let's just jump into these. Theirs is a little bit more consistent, almost 100,000 views per reel. I will tell you that is not typical. Even if you have 100 or a million people following you, it's not really typical to reach that many people. They're doing something correctly. So let's go to this one right here. All right, so this one, right before we get into it, again, they're doing a little bit of hacks for this, and I'll show you something else. So one of the hacks that they have is to help you with your jeans, and you can see it right there on the very beginning. The thumbnail tells you 4 ways to cuff your jeans, so you already know what you're getting into. Now, let's click into it. All right, they have it sped up so it doesn't take forever to watch the video, and they literally show us all of these within a few seconds. It's awesome. Number 4. Wow, we're already at to number 4. Pretty cool. Wow. So 4 ways to cuff your jeans, and they did it in like 15 seconds. So a couple of things here. We knew exactly what the video is about. We knew exactly what was going to happen in the video. They were going to teach us those hacks. 2, they did it very quickly and easily, right? I feel like I could do all of these. It's like, oh, okay, fold it a different way. Fold it a different way, and then pulling in a hair tie to make it even better. That's pretty cool, innovative there. But at the end of the day, it's super easy, it's informative, it's quick, very similar to something like Lexi. So you can see some of the trends here, especially for the clothing hacks. Now let's look at one other thing, which is probably something a lot of people believe you need to do for Reels or for TikTok, which is you have to dance. You don't have to do that, but they are jumping onto song trends. So if you could hear the song, right? It's a popular song, popular trend right now, or at least when this video was going out, which was something I don't like about Instagram Reels. It didn't really tell you when, but anyway, so popular song. Let's see here, 220,000 views, more recent one. Trending song, 2 different types of people. I haven't seen this done before, pretty cool. So there's a Sam, who's 5'6", and a Christina, who's a 5'5". One is a 2XL, one is a size small, appealing to 2 different types of audiences. Very quickly changing outfits, so you can see if this is for me or not for me. Pretty cool. But right at the beginning of the thumbnail, it says same outfits, different sizes. So right away, you know exactly what you're going to get. You know that, hey, there's 2 girls that are wearing the exact same thing, and I'm gonna be able to resonate with one of these 2 people. So right away, you're drawn into it. They're using a song to, I don't know, make it enjoyable, right? Without the music, it's not really that fun. They're just dancing and wearing new clothes, but you add in the music, next level. So it's just so crazy how much music changes things. All right, so very cool. Go check out the Pink Lily. And the last one that we have here is somebody we've talked about before, so World and Vision. Completely different role. They are not a clothing boutique. They are not using Reels to this way. They're more of the entrepreneurial, behind the scenes explanation. So I think they have one here that I was looking at the other day. There's one that's 100,000. There's one that's 136. But here's one. So it's 952,000 views. Pretty cool. Their story, the reason that people like them is because they started with 12 shirts and just grew from that. And it's inspirational. So that's what they did here. This thumbnail, it has tons of clothes. The background is tons of clothes, as you can see here. And then the caption says, started the clothing brand with only 12 shirts. And then the curiosity comes in because you're like, wait, they started with 12 shirts, but then you look here and it's like, they have literally wheelbarrow full of clothes that are getting ready to ship out. So you're talking about thousands upon thousands of shirts. You're like, hey, how can I do that? How can I do something like that? And even if you're not in the clothing world, it's still inspirational. You're still wondering what's going on. So you click on it. Trending song. They just moved into a 10,000 square foot warehouse. Tons of people working. They didn't know that this vision could be a reality. Again, just showing behind the scenes. It's super simple, and the reel's over. That's it. 45,000 engagements, 809 comments, and almost 1 million views at this point. Just showing behind the scenes. I think at this point, it's the visuals that matter more than anything. So they do have text that keep you going through, which I mentioned, and they do stay within the bars or the borders or bumpers rather, so you don't have to wonder what's going on. But it's just so impactful to see what's going on in this story in 15 seconds. So just think about that as you're scrolling through. I'm trying to make some. You got some other ones that are 100,000. You can check out their pages as well. So 3 different types of brands that you can go and check out and get some inspiration. All right, so if you like this video, you're gonna love this video I mentioned earlier about using Facebook ads for your clothing brand. Make sure that you click this video right here and watch this one next. All right, y'all, so that's all we have for this week. We will see you in the next video.